Hello guys, hello YouTube, and today I have some really exciting news for you guys. Well, if you're really looking forward to this movie, I have exciting news. Apparently, an employee who is working on the movie with Fox just posted a review on IMDb, and apparently, and I'm gonna guess that this guy he's legitimate. Like you can really trust what he says because Fox deleted his review. But I have a copy of it right here in front of me, so I'm gonna read to you everything he says about the movie. Everything he says about the movie. And alright, let's start. Alright, first what he says. Stephen Chow had a few words to begin with. He was very pleased with what was made and he hoped that we would all enjoy it. They were very strict on about outside information at this time. There were only like 5 people from the sound department who got to see it. I was given an application form at the start and we wrote notes while the movie was running, so we had to hand them back when the movie was over. So I can't show you that. This was the very last screening of the movie, so on to the review. Yesterday I finished watching the end of the Piccolo saga so I could give the movie a fair comparison. The movie it was 101 minutes without credits or the opening logo. Right from the opening, it shows the visual style is great, very vibrant and anime-like. That's thanks to the hybrids who have worked on 300 and Sin City. Now, there was a lot of action in this movie, more so than most comic book adaptations. Though most of the action were short bursts of action rather than big epic scenes, except for the major fights. The fights were Goku vs. Gohan, Goku vs. the students, Goku vs. Roshi, Goku vs. Yamcha, Goku vs. Piccolo, Goku vs. Mai, Goku vs. and then Goku vs. Piccolo again, along with Roshi vs. Piccolo and Mai vs. Chi-Chi. But the main fights are Goku vs. Piccolo and Roshi vs. Piccolo. Those are the big scenes. There was a lot of comedy with Roshi, easily being the funniest in the movie. Though Goku and Bulma's interactions were funny at times. The story was different in a few aspects, but it kept the overall plot of Goku and Lord Piccolo's sagas. The dialogue was alright for the most part. Piccolo and Roshi had some great lines, whereas Chi-Chi had some pretty cheesy lines, and sometimes a few corny lines from Yamcha. And Mai had like one line, but it's what you would expect in this type of movie. Justin Chapman played a good Goku who is pretty dumb, lovable, and he still loves to fight. The line, "I'm not ready for this," was not in the movie. Bulma's character was similar to her anime counterpart, except she's a little bit more eager to get in the action. Yamcha doesn't have that much of a role. He appears in the desert and traps Goku, Bulma, and Roshi in an attempt to steal their ride, and this causes a short fight between Goku and Yamcha, which Goku wins easily. But once he sees the beauty of Bulma, he is instantly smitten and follows them on their journey. He is more of a bandit than a warrior. Piccolo was amazing. He sounded like Darth Maul, and he was the strong, no-nonsense warrior like in the anime. James Marsters played that role to perfection. Roshi wasn't perverted. Instead, he was more cheeky, such as touching Bulma's bum and caressing his thigh. I think he meant to say her thighs. It doesn't make sense to me if Roshi is caressing his own thighs. I think what he meant to say is caressing Bulma's thighs. Anyway, um, thighs. Though he was the funniest. Though Roshi was the funniest person in this movie, I expect everyone to like him. Chi-Chi was pretty annoying, and the worst thing about the movie, her little subplot could have been cut out. Sadly, Shenron the Eternal Dragon wasn't that spectacular. He comes out of the dragon avatar and is, I'm not sure what he's trying to say here. I think he's trying to say, he spells it, he spells the word H-A-L-D. I'm not sure if it's, I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to say, but he says apparently like Shenron the dragon, he's covered in smoke. However, what did make me laugh, this is him talking again. What did make me laugh was the dramatic music beginning in the bringing in the all-powerful dragon for him. Simply arises and goes, "What?" And then you go, "What?" Sadly, I'm running out of room, so I shall have to brief now. The movie was actually pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, very entertaining and was great visually. Sadly, Chi-Chi brings it down a notch, and Shenlong's appearance was disappointing. I'm pretty sure people will enjoy it because it's a good popcorn flick, but it won't be getting any Oscars. I would give the movie a 7.5 out of 10. If you have any questions, please go ahead. And then some people got to ask some questions on to him, and he answered some of them. I'll read them now. First question is: can you describe the scene in which Roshi knows that Goku is Gohan's grandson? Well, Goku simply tells him that he was sent by Gohan, and Roshi tells him how they used to both train under the master Sifu Norris. So yeah. And the next question is: does the movie end in a cliffhanger? N- he answers, no, but it definitely leaves something open for the sequel, which they are still planning on going ahead with. Next question: was James Marshall's line about Piccolo's heroic change at the end of the movie? And he answers, I wouldn't say heroic, but at the end he respects Goku on a good battle and then flies off. And Kami does not appear, and you hear nothing of him. The staff, I believe he's talking about the power pole right now. The power pole slash staff was called the Nimbo, I think is how you'd say it, Nimbo, and it did extend. So the power pole does extend in the movie. That's pretty cool. Uh, and this is him talking again. Goku uses it against Piccolo in their first battle, to which Piccolo chops in half with his sword. And the destroyer, I believe he's talking about the Ozaru here, because the destroyer, that's what it seems like to me. That's what makes sense. So the Ozaru slash destroyer was just a half demon, half primal beast. However, it was more like 10 to 12 feet rather than the under 10 feet I said earlier. It has a very small scene in the movie, like 2 minutes, and it did some cool things. But it would ruin it for you if I told you what it was, so I won't tell you. And alright, so one more question. This is the last question. Is and he says that I just got a call from Fox and they want us all back, so I'm incredibly nervous. Ooh, that sounds exciting. And the question is, do you think this film is better than Transformers or X-Men 1? And he answers, it depends. Entertainment wise, it goes Transformers, then Dragon Ball, then X-Men. Then quality wise, it goes X-Men, then Dragon Ball, then Transformers. Actually, there's another question. So, where does Goku and Piccolo fight? They fight at the volcano and the Dragon Temple. How long is the final battle? The final battle is about 15 minutes long. And one more question. Is it violent? And his answer is no, it's not really that. It's not any more violent than Spider-Man or X-Men. Though Piccolo does blow up cities and he pierces Roshi's heart with an attack. Another question. Alright. Last question. The very last question. In the trailer, there are two UFOs. What are they? No, they're just meteors. He answers that they're apparently just meteors. Yes. And what was the reaction afterwards? Well, being a professional meeting, we didn't clap or talk about our favorite parts, but overall, it was generally received pretty well by everybody. So, so most people like involved with the film, they seem to really enjoy the movie, and there are a few disappointing things. Like Kami is not in the movie, and apparently the Eternal Dragon he's not that great, and Chi Chi is kind of annoyed in the movie. So those are a few down points, but overall I think like this is some very exciting news. So I'm just gonna leave you with that right now. Just give me your comments below. What do you think about this? Does this make you more excited? What do you think about this? Everybody, please, I really want to hear what you have to say about this. So thank you, and I'll see you later.